It was a rainy night in the calm forest, where you hear nothing but silence. There was a hotel in the remote end. It was my first night working there. The owner told me that it's going to be a 6 hours shift, so I thought it was a perfect job. At first, everything seemed calm, no guests around. But there was something about this place that gives you the creeps, even though it looks so beautiful and organized. It was a 4-story hotel. But the owner said only the first and the second floor are in use. He asked me also to never set foot on the 3rd or the 4th floor, and always keep the hotel door closed at all times. It was 3 a.m. I was in my desk reading. The sound of the clock was covering the room. I saw something like a shadow behind the window near the door. I kept looking, and it got so creepy. I saw that thing was staring at me. It was just a black shadow. I tried to stare, but suddenly I heard the cat jumping. That scared me a lot. When I looked again, I saw nothing. So I thought, rainy night, a remote hotel is just my imagination. But then I heard the door opening. It creaked, and suddenly it stopped opening further. I looked and waited a bit. I came closer, but then a man appeared, a middle-aged man. He was looking for a room. I said sure as I was preparing the key. He told me that he was traveling and he decided to pull over so he can rest a bit and continue in the morning. I gave him the key and I said that he will be resting in room 204. But then, when he said, I need room 404, I said, sir, I'm afraid I cannot do that. We are only using the 1st and the 2nd floor, the only one that are prepared for now. But he said, I'll take my risk. He did insist a bit, but I remembered what the owner said, so I said I can't. Then his smile disappeared and told me, you don't understand. I always stay in room 404. I said, did you come here before? And he said to me, always. It's like my home. The man's eyes seemed so weird and serious. And he said to me that I was new. But then I said, I don't know if the upper floors were ever available, but it's not anymore. I was instructed to do so by the owner, so I'm afraid I cannot help you further. Everything you'll need, it will be in the 2nd floor. I hope you will enjoy your stay. The man just looked so angry at me, and he left. I couldn't understand why he insisted on that upper floors. I sat in the desk and I continued my reading. After a while, I heard some steps, but they looked so fainted, like they are coming from the 3rd floor. I got so angry then because I knew the guest was trying to room in. I went upstairs trying to follow the footsteps, and I realized he is going to the 4th floor, which I followed. I really wish if I called the night there, and I never went upstairs and followed him. As I reached to the floor, I saw from the edge something was beyond my imagination. What happened next is what I never thought it would happen to me. I saw the room was full of men wearing clocks, black ones, chanting something so demonic. I didn't believe it. Who are these people? But in the middle, there was some tall shadow, very inhuman, with a very scary hair. He looked so demonic. I don't know what they were chanting or reading. But then I tried to look more, and he suddenly disappeared. I tried to peek a little more because I thought they couldn't see me yet. I felt someone was behind me. I was so afraid to look back, but I did, and I don't know why. I saw a person that was so tall till the roof, with a very long hair, very scary teeth. I could see all of his teeth. There was no skin, and he just kept smiling. And he had a yellow eyes. That was so scary. I thought I am going to die. I screamed on the top of my lungs on his face. But then he laughed so loud on my face. I retraced my step and I ran away so quickly. I kept running and running and running until I reached the second floor, and I knocked so loud on the guest because I knew he was the only way. He opened the door right away, and I told him everything, and he was so helpful. He took the phone and he called the police finally. I was so relieved that someone will be coming. But he wanted to go up and just look for himself. I told him not to do that, but he did. I followed him. But when we arrived there was nothing. No people, no chance, no shadows, nothing. And I realized that at the first time when I saw, there was many doors and rooms, and now all the doors actually are just portraits, and there is one real room on the floor. When we went so close, it says 404. I opened the door. It was just a normal baby room full of baby stuff that looked so clean and new. I didn't understand. I looked back to talk to the guest, but he acted so weird because he started to run away. I followed him because I thought that he saw something. He went across the hallway when it seemed that we reached to a door, and that door was the opposite door of the same room, also says 404. I know he entered there, so I opened the door. I saw him sitting on the chair, looking at the window. I came to him and I said, "What's wrong?" He turned his face slowly, and his face started to turn black again. The guest. It was not the guest anymore. It was the shadow man. His laughing teeth. I don't know, his facial or without facial. He just said to me one thing. "I told you. I am always here. This is like my home." His mouth became so wide that he tried to swallow me, but I ran away so quickly, crazy-like. I reached my desk. I took my car keys. I even forgot my phone, and I took it back, and then I ran away to my car, and I just drove so far away, as far as I could. it doesn't end here. The next day I went to the owner's house. An old woman opened the door, and I told her I was looking for this person, the owner, but then she pointed at a picture at the counter that she brought to me, where I saw that the owner was the father and the guest was his son. And she said to me that actually they passed away 30 years ago, and since then that hotel had been closed. I realized then the demon was the only guest.